Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this week's Mental Monday. This week, I want to talk about what it actually looks like to set mental health goals. I know I've talked about me setting mine and shared some of mine. I want to talk about how you might go about setting your own mental health goals. So, I feel like there are a few steps you want to start with when trying to set mental health goals. But you also want to start with understanding what setting a mental health goal actually means. It can be really obscure, like growing my self-esteem, or seeing the good in every day. Or it can be super practical, like I want to say one thing I appreciate about myself every single day, one thing I'm grateful for. At the end of every day, I want to say one thing that went well, or I'm going to put post-it notes all around of encouraging sayings that really helped me. There's two types of ways to approach it. And it depends on where you are personally with your own mental health journey. I feel like we all have a mental health journey. So, to start, step one, I feel like is a little evaluation. Where do you feel like you're at? What maybe do you feel like your struggles are? And then, what are some things you're currently doing to try to work on your mental health? Are you seeing a therapist? Are you reading certain books or listening to podcasts? Or doing things like a gratitude journal? Or journaling every night about what happened that day and processing in that way? That can be helpful to remember and look at to start with and kind of see, are these things working? Am I actually keeping up with them? And what does that all look like right now? Then you know where you're starting. Step two would be knowing where you want to end up. That might sound like setting the goal itself, but only partially. That's setting kind of a long-term vision for where you want to get to. And that's the first part of setting a goal, is where do you eventually want to end up? And you kind of have to know what that looks like before you can put in all of the steps in between. So, where do you eventually want to end up? And then that moment is where you get the license to dream. In your perfect world, where would you want to be with all of that? Don't think about what it might take to get there. Don't think about why all of the reasons you can't. Just where would you want to be if you could? Obviously, you want to try to be realistic with it, but you also do want to give yourself a little room to push yourself outside your comfort zone. If you never dream about a place you right now don't feel like you can get to, you're never even going to try. So that kind of helps you push yourself forward towards something. And even if you maybe don't hit that completely, probably made much more progress dreaming towards it in that way than you would have if you didn't even set the intention to begin with. And then the third step is breaking that down into the little sections it would take you to get there. So what steps do you need to take to actually try to achieve that end? Is it seeing your therapist a certain amount of times each month? Is it doing certain exercises? What do you think would help you get there? What works for you? All three of these could be done with a therapist if you're seeing one. And you feel like it would really help you to walk through that with a professional, I say absolutely do it. There are so many ways of being able to be in touch with a professional right now. There's really no excuse if you need to not be able to. I am heavily secluded where we live, and I could get on my phone right now and text a therapist through a website if I really wanted to and needed to. There are ways. And if that's what you need, that's what you need. And maybe that can be a goal if you are feeling like that's something you need to start implementing. All of these steps could be either done on your own or with a therapist if you're seeing one. And I feel like they could even maybe help you walk through all of those steps. What are you wanting? Where do you feel like you are? What that you've been doing is helping you, or what do you think you want to change or implement that might help you more? It's such a good way of approaching something that can feel so daunting. Mental health is a big topic. There's a huge amount of variety and diversity and a huge spectrum of what the struggle is, how you would approach that struggle, and ways of thinking about things. I think that can help you kind of make it feel a little more manageable and set achievable goals and make progress in your mental health. So that is the Mental Monday. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this helped somebody and encouraged you. I never want to make mental health feel impossible or overwhelming and like it's just something you can't tackle, because it is, even if it means getting help from somebody. So I hope this helped. I hope this was encouraging. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and share it with everybody. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!